not susceptible to being pandered to, well, they're going to find somebody who is. And you're just going to dismiss them, and you won't engage them, probably, because you're smart and you realize that there's much better uses of your time. And then the people that do engage them are the idiot drunks. Not idiot drunks, but let's be real here. Several sandwiches short of the proverbial mental picnic, lacking a couple of the IQs that some of the more intelligent folks do. It's that lowest common denominator crap that lets politicians find out who their people are. Are you stupid? Do you follow easily? Are you a joiner? Do you think freely? Because we don't want any of that. Oh, no. Democracy is messy in this country. The legislative process is messy in this country. Why? Because... well, you heard all the Republicans running on this sort of tacit understanding. It's like, hey, you vote us in, we're going to end the gridlock in Washington. But the legislative process is meant to be gridlocked in this country. It's not cool. It's not right. Costs us money, costs us a lot of tax dollars as politicians waffle and accomplish nothing. But the theory behind making the legislative process so easy to gum up is the fact that, well, you want to be able to throw a wrench in the works because you need to have everybody's voice heard. Everybody has a voice and everybody deserves to have it heard. So jamming up the legislative process in this country, causing that gridlock that Washington fritters away so many tax dollars on, in theory, that was the idea. It's supposed to happen a lot. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be fundamentally American so that a whole bunch of Washington fat cats could not run riot over the needs of the American people. It's meant to be there so the little guy can speak up. But politicians don't want that. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to have anything to do with that. So they want to pander to the lowest common denominator. They want to make idiots their base. Are you an idiot? No. You don't want to be a politician's base. We are in a society that absolutely 100 million% fails to reward people that are able to come to their own conclusions, that are in fact independent voices, that are in fact free thinkers. We're a society that rewards idiot joiners and lowest common denominator pandering. And if there's ever been a point in our history where there's the opportunity to flip the script, subvert the system, make it so that politicians work for us, now would be the time. Now would absolutely be the time. Hold people accountable. Get in their faces. Republicans promise something different should they be put in charge. Will you make sure they deliver that to you if you voted for them? And if you didn't vote for them and you don't agree with them, make your voice heard. Hold them accountable so that for a change, they are working for us the way they're supposed to be. Your taxes pay their salaries. They need to listen to you. Have your voice be heard. Create that accountability that's been missing from our government's process for so terribly long. There has never been a better time to flip the script, subvert the system, have your voice heard, and be a free thinker. You got it. You got the ball. Run with it. Show us something. You got 2 years. We're going to be watching you like hawks on either side of the equation, either side of the political fence. Democracy is not easy. It's messy. But it is the best possible way we have to make sure that every last one of us who pays taxes is represented. Engage the messiness. Engage the gridlock. Engage all of it. Let them know you're watching them. Funkhauser, what's going on in the world at the moment? Let me just climb down off the ledge, take a deep breath, and try and figure things out. Oh! Can you do that thing where you sing the news bed? I like it when you sing the news bed. Yes! Funkhauser, A, how are you? B, what's going on in the world?
Yeah, good. Microphone is working today.
Excellent.
Things are nice. It's a cool 72 degrees in the studio, and I have the news.
Oh, wow. Let's go. So you haven't woken up feeling any different based on the results of the election? Nah. Said it before, I will say it again. Funkhauser goes through life in an even-headed way that most of us need years of therapy and certain amounts of over-the-counter medication to achieve. The world would be a lot better if we were all as fair and balanced as Funkhauser is. Before we get into the main story today, primetime fisting. Let's go over the news. What's happening in the world?
Well, the CMA Awards aired last night on ABC.
Oh, well, it's nice to see country music take the time to congratulate itself, because clearly the American Country Awards, Country Music Television Awards, and Academy of Country Music Awards aren't nearly enough. Yay, CMAs! Clap those hands that lack opposable thumbs. I don't know. Maybe they do deserve all the award shows, because it's got to be difficult playing the banjo without the benefit of opposable thumbs.
The only thing I took away from it last night was Carrie Underwood's armpits. They were very prominent.
They were?
Yeah. She gained a little bit of weight.
Did not watch.
They're all kind of in her armpit area. It's good.
God, women have to be so self-conscious. Like, guys, I don't know. I think it's where we carry weight. Also, we don't wear stuff that exposes our armpits. And, most of us have hair that could cover unseemly armpit flab. But, girls have to worry about it. Like a guy, I got a little bit of a gut going on. Oh, whatever. My girlfriend thinks it's sexy. She doesn't think it's sexy. She just can't be bothered to look for someone new. But, here's the thing. Girls are under... Look at the microscope you placed her under. Carrie Underwood's armpits are getting fat. You have to send me some pictures, because I don't really know what armpit fat looks like.
It might be hard to recreate it. It was just the camera angles were really focused on that armpit of hers.
That's funny and unfortunate for her. And look at it. Here we are in the media talking about her armpit fat the next day. There were some problems, apparently, with the sound during the show. For instance, it was working when Ariana Grande sang. I did not watch, but I did see some of the roundup pictures, and I have to say the big winner of the night was the maker of men's tight, skinny jeans. That's, yeah. The jeans at the CMA Awards so tight that, you could tell that none of the singers were Jewish. Go on.
Well, people are a little upset with painfully awkward Rob Lowe on the DirecTV ads. They said people with shy bladders think one of those Rob Lowe DirecTV ads is making fun of them.
Oh, yeah,
I can't go when there's other people in the room.
Yeah, DirecTV responded by pointing at them and laughing. We tried to reach people with shy bladders for comment, but they were in the bathroom trying to go, and every time their phone rang, it made the pee crawl back up inside them. That's a thing, right? I mean, it must be. People with shy... Wow. Look at the level of political correctness we've hit. People with shy bladders are angry about being marginalized and made fun of. Go on. One more piece of news real quick.
Kevin Spacey did an impression of Bill Clinton on The Tonight Show.
Well, yeah, kind of. To be fair, all he did was hold a cigar in front of one of the show's interns, but I'm pretty sure that's what he was going for.
I brought you all my dreams, 'cause I love you. Viktor Frankl lived through Auschwitz, a concentration camp. He wrote Man's Search for Meaning Between Torture, Cold, and Damp. Viktor could have just given up and been resigned to his fate, but he used it to write a book that made the world a better place. Bethany Hamilton lost an arm surfing in a shark attack, and what she had to overcome was crazy in the aftermath. Nobody would have blamed her for taking a different path, but she's pro surfing now, so what do you think of that? Helen Keller was an animal caged by being blind, deaf, and mute, but a teacher, Ann Sullivan, never gave up on the truth that what people say is impossible possible is just their own perception. Taught Helen how to speak and gave her life its direction. And if a woman can go from being considered to be legally an animal to a college grad activist, symbol of what's possible, don't you think it's true that you might have more to you than whatever people told you you're not smart or strong enough to do? You're giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Yeah, so many people you see giving up, cause it's easier to face giving up than not living up to all of the things that you had said you wanted to be. When running away from challenge seems to be so much more easy, cause man's search for meaning means disbelieving, means not perceiving you're less of being, and you got something to offer that no one can take away. It means not accepting what life hands you every single day, and every way you write a story that just belongs to you. So when asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do?
Got somebody to be right. Got somebody to be right. But now
you're giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on never being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Boy, you should talk a bunch, but then I've got a hunch that if I step to you, you'd back right down. Can't see it through your pitch and you're like Kool-Aid. You're just 10% juice, punk. And I picture my fist smashing through your teeth, and I'd smile to myself as I watch you start.
Go ahead, favorite the show and enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
We'll get into primetime fisting and the state of broadcast television in just a little bit. Right now, though, let's return to the news and finish it up. Funkhauser. What else is going on in the world today?
Oprah's in the news.
Oh, yeah? How so?
Oprah Winfrey announced the annual list of her favorite things.
That's a very good Oprah. Oprah announced the annual list of her favorite things. Topping the list once again, a sensual yet totally platonic massage from